the day before yesterday, and then this is what we turned it into yesterday.
So if someone out there in the public would come upon an item which they believe could possibly be involved or have information, would be to back away from that, call police or call your law enforcement authorities in your particular area and protect that area until police can get there, because it would be a crime scene. There could be potential evidence in and around that particular item that they found that we can use to hopefully point the investigation in the right direction.
Hundreds who want to help find Mickey Shunick have checked in here at Volunteer Central at 100 Ryan Street in Lafayette. The 22-year-old was last seen about 2 Saturday morning when she left on her bicycle to go home. Dedicated family and friends are working round the clock to try to bring Mickey home safely.
We're sending people to Texas, we're sending people west, we're sending people to the border, we're sending people to New Orleans, we're sending people north. We're basically outsourcing as much as we possibly can so that our perimeter is wider than wherever she is, wherever the people who have her possibly are.
You know, Mickey's my best friend, and you know, we just want her home. We just want to know something. Somebody out there knows something, and we just want them to come forward. You know, there is a $10,000 guaranteed reward for information that leads to her whereabouts.
A bank account is set up at Mid-South for donations to help replenish supplies, from food and water for searchers to flyers being distributed. The goal? Make sure everyone everywhere will recognize Mickey if they see her in order to help bring her home. 24-year-old Charlie Shunick pleads for everyone to be alert and help find her little sister.
Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Shreveport, Lake Charles, everyone's been helping us out. They're starting to form search parties there. Maybe Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, all the states along the border of Mexico. Just, if you know anyone in South Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, just let them know what's going on. Send flyers. We have money. We'll give you money if you need to print them out. Posters. Just contact as many people as you know.
Lafayette Police spokesman Paul Mouton says anyone who finds anything possibly connected to her disappearance should call police right away.
There could be potential evidence in and around that particular item that they found that we can use to hopefully point the investigation in the right direction.
22-year-old UL student Mickey Shunick reported missing since May. Lafayette police finally made an arrest in the case. Investigators say the white pickup truck seen in a surveillance video of Mickey riding her bike belonged to 33-year-old Brandon Laverne, a registered sex offender in St. Landry Parish. Chief of Police Jim Kraft says the truck was reported stolen in Texas and was later found burned. Now they're investigating Laverne's home.
As I speak, we have been at that home since yesterday, and we are still processing that scene, so we can't disclose or divulge any evidence that we may or may not have recovered.
Laverne is charged with first-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping of Mickey Shunick, and Chief Kraft says they had probable cause to arrest and charge him.
Based on the information developed by our investigators and the fact that she was kidnapped, and aggravated kidnapping constitutes a charge of first-degree murder.
Kraft says Laverne refused to comply with law enforcement, so there are no current clues on where Mickey is. But now that an arrest is made, investigators are one step closer to finding her.
In our attempts to determine what happened to Mickey, we want the family to know that we will not rest until we can fully know what happened to her. We continue today with our efforts to locate and bring Mickey home.
The three mounds that we found pretty close together were not grave sites. We determined that very early, so it took us about 3.5 hours to determine they were not grave sites. So where do we go from here? We just keep receiving tips, providing manpower and resources to the Lafayette Police Department to help close this case and solve this crime.
Yeah. And I remember that Community Christmas was your idea, and they still do it.
They still do it?
They do.
So in the oil field terms, I'm a paleontologist. I'm really.
That's what Charlie always said. Okay, because that's what Charlie always said. I was like, I don't know.
Nobody knows what a paleontologist is.
Crime scene investigators in the Mickey Shunick case came here to rural St. Landry Parish to check out 3 dirt mounds reported by a farmer. Sheriff Bobby Guidreau says what looked like a grave could have been left by wild hogs wallowing.
We provided manpower and resources to find out that it was not a grave site. There's no regrets. And if we get another tip that somebody says there appears to be a grave site, we're certainly going to check it out. It's a little frustrating, but you do what you have to do to help put this behind us. You know, the family needs closure.
As the crow flies, it's about a mile from the home of suspect Brandon Laverne, booked for kidnapping and murder as the investigation continues. With no body found, family and friends of Mickey Shunick cling to hope she'll be found alive. Her dad, Tom, was at the volunteer center in Lafayette.
You know, so far everything that comes up, so far, you know, nothing has panned out. So I guess that's a good thing as far as the body being found. You know, very slim hope, but there still is a little bit of hope, and that's what we've, you know, the family's got to hang on right now. And if her body is out there, you know, the sooner they would find it, you know, we can get some closure on this thing and start to go on with our lives.
Despite the emotional roller coaster, volunteers forge ahead, determined to be positive and keep Mickey's name and face in the public eye.
When you talk to someone from out of state or out of state, oh yeah, we heard about the Shunick girl. That's the most important thing, because if you say her name, that means her face is out there, her name is out there. We need for her to be found.
The false alarm seemed to bring a surge of people to the center to pick up flyers and the new t-shirt aimed at helping people to recognize Mickey's face in case her hair has been cut or dyed. You're doing great. I'm the one wrecking it.